Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Well, this will be my first video on Dokkan Battle, which is my absolute favorite gacha game, and many share that same conviction, I guess. But today we're going to be talking about this tweet. You've basically, if you're active in the Dokkan community and you play Dokkan a lot, or you've been watching YouTube for the last last about day or so, you'll see that a lot of people have made tweets regarding this tweet. Now, just for the context, this is from if you haven't somehow watched the anime, this is from the Dragon Ball Super anime, basically right before UI Goku arrives onto the scene, and I do not think, just I'm getting this out of the way, there is no way that this is going to mean Beerus. Because if they wanted to say anything about Beerus, they would have just said, oh, Beerus is coming to Global for part 2. The fact that they're being very cryptic with this, they're not saying whether it's JP or it's Global. Now, just keep in mind, they did leak the LR Gobros for the last year's Triple G Day. So definitely, this holds a lot of credibility. Now, what do I think about this? If it will mean a global first, I think it definitely will not be an LR. I'm very happy to be wrong. I'd love to be wrong, but I don't think I will be. If you've been looking at the V jump scans recently, you've seen that Kefla is getting a new Dokkan TUR. So it's going to probably be a Dokkan Fest. And here's the thing: there was no mention of the UI Goku, so I do not believe that it's going to be on JP first. I believe JP is going to get the Kefla first, and that Global is going to get the TUR UI first. Now, given how we've seen that the Kefla is going to work, here's how I believe the int, not necessarily an int, it could be any type, but a UI Goku card, a new TUR would work. Alright, so you can see, well, I'll have to bring up V jump scans, but there's, actually no, I won't get them up, I'll probably add them in post video, and maybe, I don't know, but it had that the Kefla starts off obviously as its SSR, and then it's UR, and then it's TUR, and it's in base form that time. Now, through passive ability, it goes to Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2 Kefla. Now, if you've seen the anime, you know that Super Saiyan 2, 1 and 2 Kefla is used with the battle against Goku. Here's how I think the Goku card will work. Now, I'm happy to be wrong. It'd be great if we got an LR, but I think they are saving that for either 6-year anniversary or 350 million download celebration, which is actually coming up in a couple months. Which is great, fantastic, I love free stuff. So, as I've stated before, they're in their base form the whole time. However, with the Goku, I think it would be very similar to this, but maybe not base. Maybe he would be Super Saiyan Blue, because we definitely don't have enough of the Super Saiyan Blue Gokus in the Universe Survival Saga. Now I've got the Dokkan Wiki up here, but that's just I've got Gogeta up there. And yeah, so that's basically there for no reason. This is just, reading through this because it's actually got to do with what I'm going to be discussing. Now, if you've been looking at Dragon Ball news lately, you would know that Mastered UI Goku is coming to Dragon Ball Fighters. It should already be out, and it should be out in the next couple of days, especially if you've pre-ordered it. You should get it, or pre-ordered it, or you have the entire Fighters pack. You should have it all. And so yeah, the UI Goku not only is that releasing alongside chapter 60 of the DBS manga, which is still ongoing. There's a fight against Moro, which is the antagonist of this current arc in DBS, and Goku is using UI against him. So as you can see, there's just a lot of UI Goku. There's a lot of in Dokkan, there's just a lot of things that are leading to it. You've got Triple G Day ending in basically tomorrow, in the next 2 days, basically. So I think tomorrow or today we're going to be getting we're definitely going to be getting a data download or a data download, and we are going to receive some news about part 2. So I would say we're getting a TUR basketball TUR UI Goku. Now I did bring up the manga, but the manga translation would be live or should be live by next week or maybe even a couple days. I don't necessarily know how that works. I'm not huge into the DBS manga. When I see a new chapters in English, I just read it, and gotta say it's going pretty well so far. You know, it's very nice in my opinion. But as you can see, there's just been a lot of UI Goku related content. You've got the Kefla V jump scans, which, that's nothing's been mentioned for, and it would make no sense for there to be 2 dual Dokkan Fests in a row. And basically, we're gonna get Beerus. We're gonna get Beerus mid June, so people try, because Beerus is basically cooler but not as good. Because cooler is just way better, in my opinion. He basically is. Because Cooler is, he's got guaranteed critical hits against over 50% of the game's characters, and that's just a very, very good trait to have. And his teams are just absolutely phenomenal. He's got some pretty good links, but yeah, absolutely phenomenal character. So you see, and then you've got Kefla, which, as I've stated, it's in base form. However, I think if we are getting a TUR Goku, it's going to be incredibly good, but I do not think it'll be enough to rival easy Vegito that just dropped on JP, and definitely I do not think that it'll be able to rival the fusions, because it has to be on an ungodly level to be able to rival the fusions. So you've got the Kefla V jump, which Kefla was used against UI Goku, or UI Goku was in that fight against Super Saiyan 2 Kefla. So I'm saying if it is a UI Goku and it's a TUR, the super attack will definitely be the sliding Kamehameha, because that's just an incredibly hype moment. I don't know if they'll keep the triple impact with it, but yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of evidence pointing to it. You've got this tweet from a respected Dokkan leaker. You've got Triple G Day ending like tomorrow or in the next 2 days. So like on Friday, Saturday, I think Saturday, Sunday for me. That's when I'll get the banner. Probably Saturday for you guys, depends on your time zone. But like I said, I'm not trying to ramble to try and extend the length of the video. I'm just very sort of not really jumpy, but very just I really like UI Goku, and this would be the perfect way for Akatsuki and Bandai to just make people spend their stones, because there is hardly anything for the Universal Survival Saga. Like they bring out new characters for that just before like the big banners, because they want people to sort of spend their stones on it, because then they'll get more money. And I guarantee that this banner will hit top grossing if it's UI Goku on global. And it's not going to hit it in just France, it's going to hit it all over the world, all different app stores. UI Goku is just going to be crazy, and I think we could get a fair amount of Dragon Stones. We've the Truth, who definitely go give him a follow. Yeah, if you haven't already, which if you haven't and you're watching this, I really don't know how. Like, nobody knows me, everybody knows Truth. And yeah, so I think it all is coming together too well for it not to be a global UI Goku, or even one that's JP and global at the same time, which I would love, because it seems like JP, you see though how they've had those legendary summon banners on JP. I'll actually just bring this up, so because I'm actually trying to put some effort into it. So you see in Japan they've got that's the Easy A's, and then they've got all the different summons. Now, I could be very wrong. I could be very wrong, and like I said, I'm always more than happy to be wrong. I don't have to be right. But what I'm thinking is that this here, these LR banners are coming out of absolutely nowhere. Like, I don't think anybody expected that there would be a new LR legendary summon banners. Like, these are definitely very filler. So what I'm thinking that this is possibly Akatsuki's doing is I'm thinking that they may be listening to people like the Truth and basically the entire Dokkan community, because they want versions caught up. Because stuff is a lot less hype. Like, maybe have stuff for Global's anniversary and different stuff for JP's anniversary. Might not totally agree. I don't necessarily agree with the Truth on that. But, that's just everyone else's opinions. Like, it's a matter of opinions. We all have different opinions. And doesn't mean that we can be rude or disrespectful or just a nice hat about it. But like I said, these are very filler. Like, aside from the LR and, like, the legendary characters being on it, there is no real reason to summon on these. I don't believe it has good rates either. But yeah, do not summon on those unless you absolutely have to get the units, and even then I still wouldn't suggest it. I do think that this is them. They're going to hold back new banners on JP by these sort of filler ones and bring forth newer, more hype banners to global. And they're going to eventually catch the versions up, because I think by like December and November, they possibly could catch the versions up. It's possible. Like, because there's only 5 Dokkan Fest units that are missing from the game. Obviously, we've confirmed that we already know that we're getting the Vegito, and we're already getting nearly like a quarter of them, or about a third of them, in July. And the Beerus is definitely going to be June, because, like, what else do they have? You can't just have one banner running a month long when it's just one unit. And aside from that, you've got the Gotenks and Boo. Honestly, I think they could be very... I think they could be very, very late next month. Sort of just before the 5-year anniversary. Well, I don't know, but yeah. So they're definitely, I'd say, trying to catch the versions up, which is supported by, I'd say, the whole Dokkan community, because we all want to see everyone getting the same sort of things. And yeah, so what do you guys think about a UI Goku coming to Dokkan, a TUR, where it's either base or Super Saiyan Blue, and it goes to Omen Ultra Instinct, and then it goes to Mastered, and then, it launches with Kefla, it launches with Goku in Fighters. It launches with the English translation of the Chapter 60 of the manga, where UI Goku is featured. It happens 2 days after. Happens 2 days after the end of Part 1 of the campaign. Because I honestly think that they'll wait a day or two. I just think that this is all perfect timing, and it's ringing it together. And that if they are trying to catch up the versions, I do believe that that is fantastic, and that we will be seeing a lot of people that are going to be summoning more, because they're going to hit top grossing more. Because if there are people that are getting these crazy summons on the banner when they're on JP and Global at the same time, people are going to want to spend more money. Because there aren't some sort of YouTuber rates. It's just literally numbers. Like, there's no way to sort of crack any numbers, because it's literally just random numbers. But yeah, so with that being said, that's the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. And until later, Alexander out.